Now, this is the kind of unusual question you might look at and have a minor heart attack as you realise how on God's earth am I ever going to try and figure this out. Well, it turns out there is an important geometric construction to actually doing it, but it's also worth saying, well, hang on, what can we do? What do we know about this? Okay, so we're going to draw an ellipse, okay? This is a vertex of the ellipse, all right? And we've been given the center lines, okay? You can see that from the long, short pattern in the dots. So, well, I can certainly draw my major circle. Let's stick that in. Okay, there we go. And there's my major circle. Alright, so we have that. Now at this point, if you're still a little bit unsure, I'd be thinking, what has that given me? What do I know now? Okay, well certainly I've got this tangent to the ellipse that I haven't figured out how to use yet. Alright, and we realise, well, the tangent does cut the major circle. So let's see these 2 points here and here. Now this is what we're going to use. Now at this point, you're hopefully jogging your memory or you're still stuck, but the trick with this one is if we take a line from each of these tangents, okay, I think we'll give the honour of this line a nice orange colour. Okay, so we want a perpendicular line from these tangents. There's one there. And there's one there. Now you may notice something about these lines. Okay. If we draw them, they do seem to be symmetrical about the centre. Okay. And these are, of course, our two focal points, F1 and F2. Okay, and this is one of our little geometric facts. If we take the major circle where it cuts a tangent, a line perpendicular to this, okay, it's perpendicular there, will give us the two focal points. So now at this point you're plain sailing. So along the way, it's something you need to know, but this is how you might have jogged your memory. Of course, then we go to our little junior cert idea where we get half the length of the major axis from one of these focal points. And there we have the end of the minor. And then we go reset that and we draw our minor axis. Okay, our minor circle, our minor axis. Now, there is where our pencil's hiding. So that was the major circle, the big circle. And this is the minor circle. Now, draw a portion of the curve of the ellipse. So they don't want us to draw the whole thing. Let's draw half of it. And I think we'll go and draw the bottom half since there's a lot of stuff happening up here. Now, at this stage, I wouldn't get into anything too complicated, and I would just do our nice standard circle method to draw this ellipse. So we'll go up and we'll divide this into our little 30-degree pizza slices. There we go. Okay, and then we're coming out from the major circle towards the major axis. And the key with this one is each diagonal line only creates 1 point. Alright, so usually to avoid any little mistakes, I like to make the dots here either vertex in the major axis and the end of the minor axis. And then once you use one of these diagonals to make a point, if you've reversed the direction and gone this way and this way, you'll see it's kind of obviously out of the wrong. So it's just a bit of a common sense check. There we go. And there we go. So now we have a nice little bit of a curve. Okay, again, just nice and light first so you kind of find the curve essentially between the points. Nice construction lines, we're not going to get too worried about them going off. And once we have these, then we can draw properly. People get a bit upset over drawing the curve sometimes. Don't really, just kind of keep chipping away at it. And if you get a guide curve at first, it's much, much easier. You'll always find there's one portion of the curve that's quite hard to draw. For me, it's, as you can see, it's clearly this one. I love drawing the top of the curve. That's just a natural sweep to my hand. But this is a bit fiddlier. We get there in the end. And there we have it.